game. Legs, I'll start with you. Will the Warriors beat the Nuggets regardless of Steph's status?
I don't believe it. I don't believe they will. And look,
Okay.
I mean, you look at the way they have played for the last month. You'd have to really stretch to believe that they would be able to beat a team with Jokic on it without Steph Curry. And here's why it's so important to me is I watch this team play. And look, Klay is finding his rhythm, which is good. Klay is close to Klay offensively. He still says he's not the same guy defensively yet after 32-plus games. That's going to take a little bit more time to be that impact player, but he looks better. Kuminga has grown by leaps and bounds. Jordan Poole might be the most improved player in the NBA. So they have a lot, right? They got Draymond Green back, healthy now. Here's the thing. Steph Curry, he stirs the entire thing. He just does. He stirs the entire thing. What he does to defenses and the way he makes you react and how you extend, how you communicate, the mistakes that you make, wondering where this guy is and running around and the damage that he causes. In transition, the way you get guys floating to that side of the floor, which leads to easy opportunities for everybody else. This is a classic example, this team, of the sum being far greater than the individual parts. And Steph Curry is the most important cog in what they do because you have to account for him at all times defensively. Now, look, Golden State, therefore, offensively, won't be the same. Defensively, you got a serious problem on your hands in dealing with Jokic. Steph Curry could offset a lot of that by making them so good offensively, they can make up for some of their issues on the defensive end of the floor. So, no, my short answer is I don't think so. Okay. I don't think they get past Denver without Steph Curry. And I'm talking about just being out there, Stephen A. I mean, be Steph.
Let me say this. I've been all over the place with the Golden State Warriors. I had them winning it all.
So did I.
I had them winning it all, assuming everybody was going to be healthy come playoff time. I did not know that they would not get James Wiseman back. You can sit up there and dismiss him all you want to. He's 7 feet, can score, and he's a big man that could give you 6 fouls in 15 to 20 minutes a night. You don't have that, okay? That's number one, and now the health of Steph Curry. So I went from picking them to win it all to wondering whether they're getting the hell out of the first round. And I'm here to tell you something right now. If they have Steph Curry, they beat Denver. If they don't have Steph Curry, they lose to Denver. You're not beating Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets with Barton and all those boys. And listen, don't know the brother, ain't that fond of him, whatever. DeMarcus Cousins has been a big pickup for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And by the way, I'm sick. Listen, there's certain dudes I don't like and all of that other stuff. I don't have to get into all of that. I'm fair. DeMarcus Cousins deserves a lot. I'm tired of these one-year contracts. People acting like they forgot who the hell Boogie Cousins is. The brother did average 28 when healthy. He can play, and I think that's been a big-time pickup for the Denver Nuggets. So he actually deserves a lengthier contract than this one-year nonsense that he's been on. I think that helps him. Barton, I like Barton. I'm a huge fan of Coach Malone, all right? I think he does a hell of a job. And I think Denver and Memphis are going to be the teams of the future, along, obviously, with the Golden State Warriors because of Kuminga and all of that other stuff down the road, because Denver's no joke when everybody comes back healthy. I don't believe the Golden State Warriors are beating the Denver Nuggets without Steph Curry. But it's important, something that I bring up about Klay Thompson. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to look into this camera and say this. I have not been happy with what I've seen from Klay Thompson. He's averaging 20, 42% from the field, 38% from three-point range. I've seen him take shots in a way that I haven't seen him take that before. I've seen him fail to make that extra pass that he used to make, accepting his role as the third wheel in the pass. I've seen him be out of character at times, and I know why. Klay Thompson thinks he has something to prove. Somebody needs to say this to Klay Thompson. You have nothing to prove. You're a future Hall of Famer. You're one of the top 5 shooters in the history of basketball. You are a 3-time champion. You were an all-world defensive player. Klay Thompson, you have nothing to prove to anybody. We know you should have been on that damn all-time NBA 75 team. It's a travesty. I voted for him to be on that team. It's a travesty that Klay Thompson wasn't on that team. But what you've done is, when you've been back, even though you've had some great, great games, there have been too many games when Klay Thompson has been playing like he has something to prove.
I agree.
And that's been about him, not about the team. And in order for Golden State to advance in these playoffs with or without Steph Curry, Klay Thompson has to consistently, not that he never does it, has to consistently be about team and not proving something, he doesn't need to prove to anybody, because anybody who knows basketball knows about the greatness of Klay Thompson.
I think you're completely right. I think he wanted to remind the league, y'all forgot about me.
Yes.
This is what I am. And that's not the way the Warriors played. It's not the way he plays.
Right.
So I agree. He forces the issue too much a little bit offensively right now. But the ball's starting to go in at a higher rate. Right? He's having those moments where he has an 18-point quarter, because I think he's the most combustible player in the NBA. When he gets hot, it's a different level of heat than anybody else in the NBA. When Klay Thompson gets feeling it, he's starting to get there. My biggest problem with them in this series is Draymond Green, as great as he is defensively, that's like the one dude I don't think he affects Jokic. And I don't think Kevon Looney affects him. He controls the game. He's heavy.
He's
He's methodical. He's so skilled.
A big tub of lard.
Yeah,
Just leaning on
They
them,
need
Molly.
Steph badly to win this
they're 8
series.
and 10 without Steph this season, but Klay's last 3 games, to your point, he did get hot. He won the last 3, averaged 37. A quick take to get into. How about the ladies, Stephen A? This was huge. Last night, the Giants, Alyssa Nakken, made history as the first female to coach on the field in a regular season MLB game when she came in to coach first base for the Giants in the 3rd inning after the original coach was ejected. Huge congrats. S.A., how big is this?
It's very, very big because, listen, women contribute a lot to professional sports and college sports, I might add. And to see her get this opportunity was a beautiful, beautiful thing. But it also reminded me of something that I wanted to say about the WNBA.
Yes, sir.
About 12 teams in the WNBA. 7 were coached by men. In the history of the WNBA, you've had about 86 coaches, 44 of them at least were men. I'm of the mindset, and I want to put this out there again, I don't believe men should be coaching in the WNBA. You got enough opportunities everywhere else. You got a whole bunch of women out there starving for opportunities. Why all these men need to be? Why do all these men need to be coaches in the WNBA? Let's give the ladies some opportunity,
That's fair.
or start hiring them in the NBA.
That's fair. That's fair. Huge congrats to Alyssa Nakken, just opening doors for so many women. Speaking of change makers. Every April 15th is a very special day in baseball, but this year, it's the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson shattering the color barrier and setting the stage for momentous change in society. Today, an NBA legend recounts seeing Robinson's exploits in person and making history.